During the Japanese colonial period, after the mountain line section of the Western Trunk Line was opened in 1908, Japan gradually completed the coastal line section of the Western Trunk Line as well as the Yilan Line, Pingxi Line, Taitung Line, and other east-west branch lines by 1922. However, due to limitations in technology, budget, and wartime factors, the South Link and North Link lines were left unfinished, and the completed sections were not fully developed. After the war, the government actively worked to complete, repair, and expand the island-wide railway, including widening the North Link Line and Eastern Lines, completing the South Link Line, and promoting heavy rail, electrification, and double tracking. Future plans include high-speed rail encircling the island and the construction of east-west trans-island railways. The Yilan Line refers to the railway section from Badu to Shen'ao, where coal deposits of usable quality are found in areas like Ruifang and Hotong along the route. Thus, in 1917, the Railway Bureau set up construction offices in Yilan and Ruifang, planning to complete the Yilan Line over 5 years and to build the Shen'ao and Pingxi branch lines to support local mining development. Construction on the Yilan Line began in 1917, with work proceeding simultaneously from both the northern and southern ends. By 1919, the southern section from Shen'ao to Jiaoxi and the northern section from Badu to Ruifang were operational. In 1920, the two ends were extended further south to Dali and north to Hotong. Because construction on the Yilan Line began in 1917, during World War I, rising prices and wages led the 1919 budget to be spent in advance from the 1921 budget, and by 1920, nearly all funds were depleted. Some segments were thus delayed, with the remaining budget allocated only to the Hotong-Sandiaoling segment and the Keelung Tunnel. To address the budget shortfall, the project budget was revised, extending the construction timeline to 8 years. In October 1923, the northern end was further extended to Shuangxi, and finally, in October 1924, the Keelung Tunnel was completed, with the entire Yilan Line officially opening on November 30, 1924. In 1899, a temporary station was established at Badu on the Western Trunk Line. By 1901, this was upgraded to Badu Station, with a wooden structure completed in 1908. Today, Badu Station is a critical junction, marking the divergence between the Yilan Line and the Western Trunk Line. Ruifang Station was established in 1919, followed by the construction of a wooden station in 1921. Ruifang serves as a vital transfer point for those traveling to Keelung, Taipei, and Yilan, as well as the starting point of the Shen'ao Line. Notable nearby attractions include Jiufan Old Street, the remains of the 13 levels, the former North Thermal Power Plant, and Baduzi Fishing Port. The remains of the 13 levels in Ruifang is a gold processing site built during the Japanese colonial period, with a terraced structure following the natural slope. The Yilan Line traverses the mountainous northeastern region of Taiwan, with challenging engineering projects like the Keelung and Sandiaoling tunnels. The Ruifang to Shuangxi section of the Yilan Line contains 9 tunnels. The tunnels are named Ruifang No. 1, Ruifang No. 2, Ruifang No. 3, Yuanshan No. 1, Yuanshan No. 2, Yuanshan No. 3, Hotong Tunnel, Sanghuazi Tunnel, and Sandiaoling Tunnel. Among these tunnels, 3 are near Ruifang, 4 near Hotong, and 2 near Sandiaoling, making it the segment with the highest tunnel density. These 9 tunnels were all originally single-track tunnels. Except for the Sanghuazi Tunnel, which remains single-track with one-way operation, the other 8 were replaced with double-track tunnels following the Yilan Line's conversion to two-way service in 1984. Hotong once led Taiwan in coal production, earning the nickname Black Gold Kingdom during its peak. Hotong boasts rich natural scenery, including the Keelung River Gorge, the Jinzibai Historic Trail, Lion's Mouth Rock, Dakukeng, Shaokukeng, and a cluster of tunnels. Following the cessation of coal mining, the abandoned coal and gold mining areas, extraction facilities, and mining settlements have given Hotong a nostalgic appeal, making it a popular destination for heritage and historical exploration. Sandiaoling Station is a small yet significant station on the Yilan Line. In earlier times, when Sandiaoling served as the terminal station of the Pingxi Line, it managed both the Pingxi Line and Yilan Line traffic. A signal tower was built on the platform, and an overhead bridge connected the platform to the Pingxi Line. During the Japanese colonial period, the wooden Sandiaoling Station building was located across from the Sangguotsi Tunnel, facing the Keelung River, accessible via the third Keelung River Bridge. Sandiaoling remains unique as Taiwan's only train station that cannot be accessed directly by road. The Chaoling Tunnel, located between Gonglia District in New Taipei City and Tucheng Township in Yilan County, was opened on December 1, 1924. It stretches 2,167 meters, initially built for the Yilan Line Railway. Upon completion, it was the longest railway tunnel in Southeast Asia. The origin of Tucheng back to 1796, when Wu Sha led the settlement of Yilan, gathering over 1,000 Zhangzhou, Chuanzhou, and Cantonese settlers to build the first earthen wall fortification to protect against invasions by the indigenous Kavalan people. Tucheng was the first township cultivated under Wu Sha's leadership, initially named Toa Wei before being changed to Tucheng, a name it retains today. Jiaoxi Station was established on November 15, 1919, with the section from Jiaoxi to Yilan completed and operational on the same day. The wooden station building was constructed in 1920 and replaced by the current Jiaoxi Station in 1967, which includes 4 tracks and a second platform. Nearby is Jiaoxi Hot Spring Park. Yilan, Luodong, and Shuao stations were completed on March 24, 1919, marking the start of service for the Yilan-Shuao section, with stations established at Erji, Luodong, Dongshan, and Shuao. Within the Yilan station area in 1919, a water tower was constructed to store water for steam locomotives and cool coal by dowsing. The water tower was an essential facility in the era of steam trains. While most water towers were typically constructed from reinforced concrete in a square shape, the water tower at Yilan Station was uniquely built with fine brickwork in a cylindrical form, topped with a steel cylindrical tank. This exceptional craftsmanship has endowed the brick water tower with significant preservation value, and it has been designated a historical building. In 1923, a manually operated turntable with a diameter of approximately 20 meters was built at Yilan Station. Operated by a pushstone technique, this turntable allowed personnel to manually rotate the platform, enabling the 90-ton steam locomotive to change direction. Remarkably, this century-old turntable from the Japanese colonial period is still in operation today, which is quite rare. In 1924, the Luodong Forest Railway fully opened from Julin to Tucheng, facilitating the transportation of logs to Taiping Mountain. Shuao Station serves as the terminal station of the Yilan Line, and the Shuao Port Line, located adjacent to Shuao Port, allows goods transported by sea to be distributed via rail across various regions. The Yilan Line was officially completed in October 1924, following the opening of the Chaoling Tunnel. This completion enabled efficient rail transportation of resources from the Lanyang region to Keelung Port and Taipei. However, cost-saving measures affected the line's quality to some extent. For example, on the Badu to Hotong section, which was intended for coal transportation, 60-pound rails, similar to those on the Western Trunk Line, were used. However, from Hotong to Shuao, 40-pound rails were installed, limiting this section to locomotives weighing under 30 tons. Although these variations in track quality impacted locomotive operations and the future connectivity of the island-wide railway, the Yilan Line played a crucial role during the Japanese colonial period, transporting coal, gold, and timber. Today, the Yilan Line remains a key gateway from the western to eastern rail networks. Its branch lines, the Shen'ao and Pingxi Lines, are beloved tourist attractions for both domestic and international visitors, making them an ideal choice for exploring Taiwan's scenic northeastern coast.